Hello everyone, welcome back to the Techers. My name is Surmeet, and for this video we're going to start using our microcontroller to turn on, off, or even blink the LEDs. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to show you. For this project we would be needing some 330 ohm resistors, some jumper cables, your breadboard, your Arduino controller, and some LEDs. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to show you the circuit that we're going to build, and then on the side I will also be doing then I will also show you your breadboard, how it is made, and the coding. Okay, and there will be another videos which will be showing why am I taking 330 ohm resistors and how to do your circuits on the breadboard. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so here is a circuit that I have built on the breadboard. So we are getting the output from Arduino pins into the LED positive terminals, and from the negative we have put 330 ohm resistors in series, and then from there it goes into the ground. So the reason we are using resistors is to actually limit the current, so the current is not too high, and it doesn't burn off the LED. So as we have already know, so V is equal to IR, and I'm going to show you in a separate video how do we check the value of the resistor and how we're going to calculate the resistors on basically how to complete the circuits using all the resistors and capacitors. So that video would be only for the resistors. Okay, so let's go to the coding section. So let's get to the coding part. And as I showed in the last video in installing and setting up the Arduino, we would be using the first part, void setup, to set up a pin that would be only executing once. So in my circuit I have used 3 pins, which is 22, 23, and 24. And be careful while you're collecting the numbers. All the numbers are written right here on the board, but you have to be careful, like you're not mixing the numbers. If you mix the numbers, your circuit will not work properly, and it's sometimes some people do, so just be careful. And this is my ground pin. My digital pins are 22, 23, 24 over here, and this is my digital pin port. So I would go pin mode. So remember, in Arduino, if there are two words, so in Arduino the programming is like it would be like the single word. So if there are two words like pin and mode connected, like it's connected, so the first word like pin would have the smaller first letter, but the second letter or any multiple words are connected together, the second onwards, your first letter of that word would be capital. So mode M is capital. So I'm using pin number 22, which would be output. Similarly, pin mode 23, output, and semicolon. As people who have followed me since C programming, the semicolon has to be at the end of every executable statements, which is like a single line statements, and it has to be executed. You will have semicolon in the end. That's just the programming syntax. All right, so in loop, and we have first I would show you the program on turning the LEDs. So we are using digital pins, and we have to just do turn on. So we will do digital write. That's the command you have to give to write the digital, send the digital data to a particular pin. So my pin number 22 is red, and I will make it as 1. You can use 1 or high. It's like both is the same thing. It's both are sending plus 5 voltage. So remember in when I was showing you in the previous videos that 0 and 1 is nothing but voltages. Yeah, so if you give 1, that is basically you're providing 5 volts through the pin output. So, or it is also considered as high, which means the voltage at which that particular processor or microcontroller working. Or in this one, Arduino works on 5 volts. So high or 1 would mean providing 5 volts. I am more comfortable using 1, so I'm going to use 1. And same, I will just copy paste and change the pin numbers. So red, now this one is 23 is yellow, 24 is blue, and I would just upload the code. Okay, so now you can see after the uploading, all the LEDs have started to light up. Okay, so that's a program for lighting up. To turn them off, we basically give them no voltage. 0 means no voltage or ground. I'm gonna upload this program. Look, all of them are off now. Okay, so now we know turning on, turning off. Now how about blinking it? So blinking basically is turn on and then turn off. Well, so that's what you have to do, but the only thing in between would be that when we turn on and turn off, we have to wait for some times, because the microcontrollers, they work so fast that by the time it will turn on or off, it will be so fast that we won't be able to see. So it would be either we would be perceiving it as either it's like on all the time or it's off all the time. So that's why we need a delay or like a time gap. And for the time gap, we have a command. Sorry, that's my spelling mistake. We have delay. And I'm just going to use 100 milliseconds. So this is milliseconds. Actually, I'll use 500 milliseconds, like half a second. Fair enough. And let's upload this program and see. Okay, now it's uploaded and you can see this started blinking. So it's on, half a second, off, half a second, on, half a second. So that's basically blinking. All right, so that's it for this video. In the next one, we will be focusing on, like, we will be doing some more patterns on the LEDs. So like different patterns, like you've seen in fairy lights, they work on different patterns. That's what we can do, or we can program them as well. All right, see you next time. Thank you.